Heavy on the wrist, baby.
Welcome to another edition of Heavy on the Wrist podcast, Florida's #1 podcast. And this is your host, Mike Larry.
Show tunes in the building.
And we got a lot going on this week, man. It's going to be a big week. We got the event down at Kissimmee at the Lions Club on Friday.
Facts. It's going down, baby. Monsters will be in the building.
Monster Music will definitely be in the building.
Yes, sir.
Heavy on the Wrist will be in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, finally. We got the legendary DJ Thoro.
The Zoom wasn't working.
Yeah, the Zoom, I don't know what happened with the link. I'm using a new computer, so I just upgraded my...
Was it my phone or was it my phone or was it yours?
I think it was just a mix-up with my computer on the link. But we could do it live right. We could do it right here.
Heavy on the wrist, baby.
Yeah, this work.
Alright, so good.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on right now.
Well, I got a couple of things going on, even though we still in the COVID mode. So I do a radio show with Scram Jones, me and Scram Jones, every Saturday on Shade 45. It's called Beast Music. That's from 6 to 8 p.m. on Saturdays. We do that. Basically, obviously, it's a hip hop show. We got like 47 million subscribers to the channel. And we have a segment on the show where we bring up and coming talent. So if anybody is interested in going to Shade 45, making themselves bigger or their platform bigger and being seen by a wider audience, hit me up for that.
Yes.
And then also I do thisis50.com where I interview artists. I interview well-known people as well as independent artists. I kind of pride myself on doing an independent artist because I want to contribute to the culture of helping new artists. You know what I mean? So I have a segment on my show called Hottest in the Streets where I bring up independent artists that people may have or may never have heard of, and I give them a light. And after that, it's on them. So that's like my contribution to this thing, to the culture we call hip hop. I try to give people a chance because there's times where when I was coming up, there's certain avenues and platforms that I couldn't get on because nobody provided the opportunity. So I always say when I get in a position like yourself, I try to bring people up to the show so people so they can showcase their talent. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I got going on in terms of that. And also, every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. I DJ live on Raekwon's page. That's Raekwon from wu-tang Clan.
Yes.
We have a show called The Stock Exchange where I DJ live on Raekwon's page, IG page from 7 to 8 p.m. And that's every Wednesday, 7 to 8, where I play a bunch of exclusive Wu shit, blends, anything pertaining to Wu-Tang Clan. That's what I play for the hour.
Yes, I need that.
Blends, exclusives, classics, whatever, samples. I do it all. You know what I mean? So that's what I do.
That's dope. So how did you come up? How did you make it to where you're at now? Because I know you was doing mixtapes with Big Mike back in the day. Y'all had them fire mixtapes, how the streets going crazy. And how did you make it to this point now?
Right. It's funny you brought up mixtapes. Mixtapes is basically my foundation. I started making mixtapes. I put my first professional mixtape out in 2000. That was my very first professional mixtape. It was 2000. But before that, I was always trying to learn how to DJ and do mixtapes. But my very first mixtape was called Happy Thoro's Year. It was the year 2000. And I don't know if you remember the Feds magazine cover or the Don Diva.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was my mixtape cover. It was the Feds. It was like I was on the cover of the Feds magazine. That's how I did my first cover.
I used to want to be on that shit.
It's funny. My very first mixtape cover, my very first mixtape I did, I always got to shout out the people that was there for me. Like when it was popping. Like so, for instance, I'm sure everybody knows, but Deja Vu, Uptown Baby, the Lord
Yes.
Peter Gunn song. Uptown Baby, Uptown Baby. Right? You familiar with that, right? So
Yeah. That.
when I did my mixtape, that was the number one song in the country. That record was the number one record in the country. Yeah. These guys, they hopped on my mixtape and did a freestyle. My very first mixtape. So that would be equivalent to like whoever's the number one artist right now, and
Right.
you just now put it on a mixtape, and they do a freestyle, and they do a freestyle for your mixtape. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
That's
That's
love
lit.
right
That was
there.
pretty big. So basically, my foundation came from the mixtapes. You know, being in the street, running around with the mixtapes, and that's how I got my name. That's how I met Raekwon. I actually met Raekwon on the way to dropping off mixtapes. I met Raekwon on 125th Street and Fifth Avenue, right in front of the weed spot. There was a mixtape spot. It was Isaac's Music Hut. If you know anything about mixtapes and mixtape spots, I met Raekwon right there. You know what I mean? And I had been doing my thing on the mixtape circuit for like a year at that point. And when I met him, I just wanted him to host the mixtape. So when I approached him, I was like, "Yo, DJ Thoro, I want you to, I would like you to host my mixtape." And then he was like, "Yeah, I know who you are." I was like, "Oh shit!" That blew my mind that he knew who I was already. I didn't realize
That was dope.
At that point, right? At that point, that's when I realized the power of mixtapes. Like, damn, you don't realize how many people you touch or who's even listening to you.
Right.
And through my mixtapes, I found out that DJ Premier knew who I was. DJ Premier was buying my mixtapes. I'm like, that shit was blowing my mind. I'm like, DJ Premier, I studied him. You know what I mean? I used to look up to him, and which I still do to this day. And he was buying my mixtapes. So that let me know that I was doing something right, and that's kind of how I got my name through the mixtapes. That's how I got on the road with Ray. He immediately said, "Yo, I need a DJ to go on the road with me." And the very first time I went overseas was with Raekwon. Raekwon is the first artist in this industry to give me a shot. That was my first shot. It was through Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan. And ever since that day, I've been rocking with him ever since. And from that, I went on to DJ for Cassidy. I started rocking with Cassidy. I've DJ, I've gone on DJ for 50 Cent. Even legendary artists like Jazzo. I've DJed for a lot of people. You know what I mean? I always call myself like I'm the DJ for the stars. Like I literally DJ for everybody at some point. You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's
So
dope.
that's how I got my start. It was the mixtapes. That's how I got my name. That's how I got my foot in the door. It was the mixtapes.
That's dope. So, like, how do you fit? Like, who do you listen to now? Like, who's some of your favorite artists that you like to listen to?
Right now, that's out right now currently.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm happy on. I'm happy on creating artists being creative and not sounding like everybody else, or not being a clone of what's trendy. You know what I mean? I'm still big on lyricism. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Doing songs for the clubs and all that stuff is great, but just personally, what I like for instance, people may be surprised by this, but I like Lil Baby.
Okay.
I like Lil Baby because he can rap. Like, he can spit.
Yeah.
Like, there's a misconception in hip-hop that you can't spit and make good songs at the same time. That's bullshit. You can make good records and make records for the club and say something. You know what I mean? So I like Lil Baby right now. I like Babies. I like the Baby. There's a lot of babies going on right now. I like the Baby.
Hip hop is
By the
grown.
way, I did his first interview
got
in New York
babies.
City. Like, before he was called Baby Jesus when I was rocking with him, and I was telling people about him then. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. Before he blew to what he is now, or whatever. So those are the people that I like right now. The Baby, Lil Baby, Babies.
So you've been on. You mentioned you've been on tour with Raekwon and you've been overseas and all that. What's some of the craziest things you done seen on them tours?
Crazy in terms of what, like groupie stories, or what do you mean crazy? Like,
It's wild stories,
like what do you mean by crazy?
Like any kind of wild stories that might have happened, or
a movie. Something that could have been a movie.
something that could have been a movie.
That could have been a movie. Man, I think the craziest thing I've seen in terms of like being overseas is I'm still amazed how if you go to Italy or if you go to like the Norway where people don't speak no English at all, but they know all the words to the music.
Yeah, that's lit.
You know what I mean? Like that. That amazes me every time I go overseas. Like, how can you not speak English, but you can recite word for word, words to a song? Like,
Fire.
I mean, so in terms of that, it's just like the crowds and the love we get. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? But in terms of like crazy stories, I mean, I don't really have any like outlandish, wild, crazy stories in terms of like that. But yeah, that's pretty much. I don't really have any crazy story. You have to ask me a specific story, specific category.
Right. Specific category.
You talk about girls. You talk about fans. You talk about drama. You talk about beef. You talk. You know what I mean? Like But
all the above.
Like that. Always been. When I go to Rome, we always been safe. We never had no problem. We just get a lot of love from the people and it's just positive energy. So nothing bad crazy ever happened. Thank God. But, just a lot of love.
God bless. God bless. Now, you've been doing hip hop for DJing over 20 years. Is there anything else, like any other business ventures that you want to do outside of music,
or that you're currently involved in?
Well, I have a classic car. Classic car dealership, a car rental place called Thoro. We have a crew called the BBS Boys.
Oh, okay.
So right now, we rent out all cars for rappers, entertainers, movies, anything 80s and 90s European. That I have all those cars. So, for instance, I don't know if you've seen the new 50 video with the Raising Canyon video.
Okay.
And those cars in there, those are my cars.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, those are my cars in that video.
That's lit.
All right. Shout out 50 Cent.
And if you look closely, I'm in the car right. 50 Cent. If you look closely, I'm in the car with 50 riding around. I got a 2-second cameo.
You got a cameo. That's dope.
Yes.
We're in a blue shop with. Yeah, I got a 2-second cameo.
That's dope.
That's lit.
But we're in the shop, the blue shop with the Gucci seats. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
So all those cars those are my cars and my crew, the BBS Boys. So that's what I'm doing outside of hip hop, outside of the music. I have the car rental business where I rent out classic cars for video shoots, photo shoots, movies, what have you. You can follow that page too. It's called Thoro Ride, and the other page is called the BBS Boys. So make sure you follow that. You need a car for your video shoot, a photo shoot. Get at me. We got any car from the 80s and 90s, European, we got it. Mercedes, Lexus Coupe, Jaguar, BMW, Ferrari, whatever. We got it.
That's dope.
That's fire.
You got any questions?
Yeah, I had a quick question. So,
Yep.
What up? Show Tunes in the building. What's up, my guy?
Salute.
So you mentioned you DJ for Cassidy, right?
Right?
So how you keeping up with what you got going on?
Yeah, he got the battle with Hitman Hollow.
Yeah. So how you feel about him out in the battle arena? How you feel about his performances out there? I don't want to.
I mean, that's what Cassidy. That's where he comes from. He was a battle rapper first.
Right.
So he got to make a record. So that's his element. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Cass is doing. I don't know if this is for the face off between him and Hitman.
Yeah.
That turned out.
It was crazy. They calling him the king of face-offs right now. But yeah, it's lit.
I think that was the craziest face-off we ever seen.
Right, true that.
That was the craziest face-off I've ever
It's
seen.
going to change. ARP is doing a good job.
But that's what Cass do. That's what he pisses you off.
Right.
Yeah, he's selling the hell out of it. He pisses you off. And he takes you out of his element, which is what he did with him.
Right.
He wasn't even talking about battling no more. They want to fight now.
It's lit, yeah. So do you keep in touch with the battle culture at all?
Here and there, not a lot, but
okay.
I keep in touch with it.
All right.
There's certain people I like.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, Cass, that's what Cass does, man. He's in his element, so he'll do well. That's what he does. He's a battle rapper.
That's what's up. Yes, sir. I'm excited to see it.
So yeah, man. Hey, let everybody know. On your social media and all your platforms, and any shout outs you want to give to anybody before we wrap it up?
Right. Yeah, you can follow me at DJ Thoro. All my handles, my whole handle is DJ Thoro. So Facebook, DJ Thoro, Twitter, DJ Thoro, Instagram. I'm mostly active on Instagram. I'm not really proactive on Facebook. So if you want to get at me, hit me on IG. I respond to everybody and I interact with everybody. That's one thing I do, man. I support who support me.
Okay.
So I'm the type of person, man. You hit me up, respond back. You know, a lot of people that got their nose in the air. You think they're too good to get back to people. And I want to apologize to you, man. We were supposed to get this done a long time ago, and I just was getting lost in the sauce with so much shit going on. So I definitely wanted to make this happen. So I apologize. So, on behalf, I've been able to do this with you. I respect your platform and I respect you. So salute you.
Hey man, thanks. It's been a blessing for you to take the time out of your day to come on here and show some love. And I definitely appreciate your movement. You know what I'm saying? Been fucking with you when you used to come back to the city back in Boston back in the day. So
yes, sir.
I've been fucking with DJ Thoro. So
I love Boston, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Have you on the
That's
wrist,
dope.
baby.
All right, man. I'm gonna get up with you. There you got it, ladies and gentlemen. The legendary DJ Thoro here on Heavy on the Wrist platform. So, you know what it is. We getting busy this week and we just getting started. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Show tunes and I'm out of here.
And we out.
Have you on the wrist, baby.